designs. They are created in 2 hoopings, so we're going to have these 3. That way we have it to attach to the finished design later. So if you're hopping in and tuning in with me and wanting to stitch it out together, we're going to go over the basics for what you need to get started. So I have printed it out, but you guys, if you buy it online, it is on special, the Holiday Extravaganza Workshop curriculum that we are stitching today. I am going to be doing the 3D angel ornament, but this curriculum is normally $99. We've priced it down to $34.95 for you guys. This is such an awesome steal with the holidays right around the corner. I know you're going to want to stitch some of these projects and have them ready. So for the project that we are stitching today, we just need a few simple basic materials. So we are then going to go ahead and load it into the machine and find the file that we are going to be stitching. Now for this project, I have loaded, I believe it's Holiday Extravaganza, so it's HXL. It is the angel design. We're doing part 1, and there will be a B part as well, so A and B are the 2 files you will need loaded. I have loaded to my machine the wings, so the part A, on our stabilizer, and we are going to do the first step together, which is a placement stitch. So for our placement stitch, I want you guys to be able to see this color, so I'm using a bright color blue. We have stitched these designs in fun Christmas colors within the book, but today we're going to change it up a bit and just give you some fun wintry blue colors. That way you guys can see everything we're doing. So again, if you're tuning in, we're in the Holiday Extravaganza Workshop. That is normally $99, and we've priced it down to $34.95 for you guys. This price is good through the end of the month, so be sure to grab a copy of it so you can stitch along. I have set my design into my machine, and we're going to go ahead and hit go to run the placement stitch for the first piece of fabric. Now I mentioned earlier some of the materials that we would need for the project. We are going to want a cotton applique, and I decided I'm going to jazz it up a little and show you guys how to incorporate some lace into the design as well. So I do have some different pieces of cotton in different colors. I think I'm going to get crafty today and make my angel's wings white. And then I'm going to do the body of the angel in blue. So you guys can really see that 3D effect and how they lay on top of each other. Oh, and just like we all have issues, I lost my needle. So we're going to take a second to reset the needle in the machine. And just like you guys at home, this happens to everyone. So while I do this, you can get your machine prepped and ready to go. Yes, so let me get my placement stitch running for you guys so we can have it go back a little. So I am doing the Holiday Extravaganza Workshop. There is a Premium Plus if you look that title up as well. The discount and what we're stitching is the workshop version. It should already be discounted on the website, so you'll see it priced down to that $34.95. And the angel is included in that collection. A bunch of projects are actually included in the workshop. So this is great whether you're a beginner or maybe you're a more seasoned stitcher, as we like to call it. And we'll walk you through the process step by step, regardless of which project you're doing. And I'll show you guys some of those shortly. But we're going to go ahead and lay our first fabric. Now, because my needle fell a little bit earlier, I'm missing one spot of my placement stitch here, but we're going to just cover the whole thing with fabric. So I know that that's where I should be laying my material. And so for my wings, I wanted to do them in white. I have a piece of white cotton applique. We did put an interfacing on the back, but that is optional. These designs aren't very stitch intensive at this size, so you don't technically need it, but if you like it, you can go for it. So I'm going to lay my fabric right side facing up, making sure I cover the placement stitches like you see here. And then we're going to return the hoop to the machine. Now, because I'm using a white fabric, I'm going to go ahead and change out my thread. I like to run my placements in colors so you guys can see them, but a friendly reminder is that, Lauren, would you mind grabbing me some white thread? The one color I'm missing. We'll do our tack downs in a matching color. That way you guys don't see the stitch underneath the other parts. Almost dropped that there. All right, so Lauren's my handy helper today. She will be behind the scenes and get some white thread. Thank you, ma'am. So now I have my white thread. I'm going to go ahead and put that into the machine and thread my needle. Now, like I mentioned, we have been doing these stitch outs for the month of October every Tuesday. So for the last 2 weeks, we had Lauren and Brooke doing 2 different versions of the gift card holders. Those videos are also available on YouTube, so if you guys do purchase the holiday extravaganza, you can go back and watch their project instruction as well. So I've continued to my tacking stitch for the wings. Now, if you're new to embroidery, a little tip for you guys is our placement stitches will always go around 1 time, while our tacking stitch will go around 2 times. That way the fabric is nice and secure in the hoop, and you don't have to worry about it falling out. For trimming of our fabrics, I recommend a nice good pair of double curved embroidery scissors. The brand I'm using today is Ginger, but we're not super brand picky, so if you have a nice pair of applique tip scissors, that will do the trick. So now that my material is tacked down, we'll let the hoop do its dance and pull it out.
People watching us and joining us from overseas today.
So exciting. Lauren says you're all over the place joining in today. So if you're from out of the country, maybe drop a comment and tell us where you're coming from or where you're tuning into. That is the beauty of the internet.
Friends from London, from Ireland, from Australia.
I'm so glad you guys are tuning in at this time. I don't even know what hour it is over there, but I know you didn't want to miss the stitch out. It's so fun. For those who are following along with me at this moment, I am trimming out the applique on the wings with those curved tip scissors, and you can cut close to the tacking stitch line. So we don't want any extra fabric around this. Since it is freestanding, we can trim away that extra and just set the excess aside. So there's my applique trimmed, and now I'm going to return it to the machine. And since this part was just the freestanding wings, there's only 1 step left in this embroidery process for this hooping, and that's the satin stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and run the final step for the wings in that white color. And while that's going, I can tell you guys a little bit more about this really fun holiday extravaganza curriculum. So it is based on one of our Premium Plus collections, but we pared it down to select designs, and we picked some of the best ones that we could out of the curriculum itself. And for the 4 weeks of this month, we have been doing a different stitch out every week. So like I mentioned, the first 2 weeks, we had Lauren and Brooke both do different gift card holders. I want to say Lauren did the little square ones that are here. So these were all in the hoop projects you guys can do. They do require sometimes 1 or 2 hoopings, but we always walk you through that process. So again, if you're purchasing the holiday extravaganza party that is on special, you will get these other projects included as well. So check out this super cute, this is the rectangular gift card holder, and it says a gift for you. And there's a few different varieties of each style. We also have one that has this little elastic. You can store bills in there, you can put your money in there, think of how happy the grandkids will be. And these are fun, quick projects that can be done in the hoop. So aside from the rectangular shaped ones, Brooke on the following week did these really cool shaped ones. So these as well, they do have a spot where you can put a button in them to close it up. And let's open that up so you guys can see what those look like. And you just slide your gift card right inside there. And then they have a cute little shape. And like this one, you can even tie a ribbon around it. So they do have like a buttonhole digitized in them, but you can hold it together with ribbon or twine and attach it to another present, or even leave just a cute note inside for someone special. So very cute. We did these in a fun combination of red and teal. So instead of the traditional green, try thinking a little outside the box for your colors. Perfect. Lauren's letting me know behind the scenes that she did add the link for you guys if you're looking for the holiday extravaganza and you're wanting to stitch it out with me, or if you want to come back to the video later. Again, it is on YouTube, so you guys can check back on the video whenever you want. It will remain there, and there will be a link added to the caption for you guys so you can shop directly from us. So we got the satin stitch on one wing going. Now it's going to do our little baby wing. Some other fun projects that are included in this, I don't want you guys to just think it's the gift cards or the angels. So I am stitching this one here, but there's another angel that's included. She's done in all white, so she might be a little harder for you guys to see, but she does have those little freestanding petals, or wings I should say, and it does have a digitized hole at the top so that you can hang some ribbon or twine and put them directly on your tree. Now it's October and Christmas is coming up real soon, and it's faster than we think. So if you guys grab this curriculum workshop and stitch some of these out, you'll have your holiday projects done in no time. I know next week Brian will be joining you guys at the same time on Tuesday to do the gingerbread garland. So for you guys to see a little sneak peek of that, these are just too stinking cute. And hats off to whoever stitched these out downstairs. They used all kinds of fun fabrics. I think that might have been Stefano. If you know him, you know he loves to play with fabrics. So very cute. And of course, these do have those loops on the end so they can tie together. And Brian will be going over the entire project and the construction for you guys next week. And there's just so much in this one that I think will be fun, both for yourself or if you want to have little ones join in on the project. They're very simple, and we teach them a beginner standpoint. So if this is your first project or your 50th, you'll be fine. All right, you guys. So hopefully, if you've been stitching along with me, we're about finished at the same time with that first hooping. So there is our 3D wings that we have stitched out. And now for this, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the hoop. And while I have the hoop in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and hoop another piece of stabilizer for our second hooping, and then I'll show you the trimming out. We're going to keep it trucking nice and smooth. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comment section. Lauren is back there reading them out to me, so if you have materials questions or product questions, you let me know. So again, I'm hooping a piece of wash-away stabilizer or water soluble. Now, if you read our tutorials regularly, you'll notice we sometimes say to do 2 pieces. I am choosing to do 1 piece today because the project's not very large in size, so I think the density and size of the design will be just fine with 1. And you always want your stabilizer tight like a drum. So now that I have that nice and tight, we're going to stick that back in the machine. And before I continue on, I'm going to show you guys how to take care of those wings. So we have these little guys here. I'm going to use my curved scissors, but if you have regular scissors, this works as well. But we're just going to cut straight into that wash away and cut pretty close to the design. You don't need a lot of stabilizer around it. I actually say the less stabilizer, the better, because you will have to rinse them. So the beauty of water soluble is it's truly going to dissolve in the water. All right. So they are separate pieces. I left them intact there just so I don't lose them. But there are the 2 pieces trimmed out, and then we would go ahead and rinse this in a hot, soapy water and let any of the remaining stabilizer dissolve from the edges. From there, you would lay it flat to dry. We do have a drying board, but if you just lay it out for a couple hours or so, it'll probably be dry for you guys. And we can get rid of any extra stabilizer. Or if you're like me, you like to be savvy and save, look at all that extra stabilizer we have. You can use this for a small hoop project later. So we're going to fold that and set it aside. To do the second part of the project, we now have to load the body of the angel. So I'm going to go into my machine, and I do have the file already loaded to a USB stick. So I go into my machine's memory storage, and I pull up, the file is HXLA1B. So we did the 1A earlier, which was the wings, and now we are loading the main part of the design. And we're going to get the machine ready for embroidery. So once again, I'm going to switch my threads for you guys. So if you're following along, you can easily see where we're at in the process. So I'm going to go back to this nice bright blue. Again, if you're tuning in or just tuned in, we are stitching out the Holiday Extravaganza workshop. We are doing one of the angel designs, the 3D angel. And this curriculum is on special for you guys through the end of this month, so you don't want to miss out on it. And I do have some flash sale information to share with you guys, so hang on to your seats. But we're going to go ahead and run the placement stitch first for our angel's body. So I mentioned earlier how I did the wings in white right here. So I'm going to do the angel's body in a blue color, that way you guys can see it nice and easy against it. And we have already pre-cut our base cotton that we're going to use. Again, we backed ours so you can easily see right side from wrong side. But the stitch intensity is not very high, so you don't have to back your fabric if you don't want to. These are just so cute. I want to stitch some of these and mail them to my parents, my grandma, have them hang them on the tree. All right, so now I have my piece of cotton, and we have ran our placement stitch here. And we are going to take our fabric and ensure we cover the placement stitches on all sides. So I know the faint line might be hard for you guys to see. So when you lay this fabric, just make sure all your placement stitches have been concealed. And if you have to turn your fabric on a point, we've done that before, just make it fit. We're going to return the hoop to the machine. And now we're going to run the tacking stitch, which once again, for my newbies, that's a 2-ply stitch to make sure your fabric's nice and secure. There we go. Now, while I'm mentioning the sale that's going on for the holiday extravaganza, again, $99. We've priced it down to $34, so that's more than well over half off, you guys. So total steal. And you're getting not just one or two projects, you're getting a plethora of designs for the holiday season. A couple more I didn't show you guys earlier. We are doing that gingerbread garland, but they have a poinsettia garland, so that would be cute on a fireplace. We've even done some of these 3D bags. So if you were watching my video, you just learned how to do a 3D angel. Well, if you've done a zipper bag, or maybe you're looking to get started on one, the same kind of techniques can be applied to do this with the 3D flowers. And look at that, we added some fun little rickrack ribbon, made cute little hip packs.
Can you explain a little bit more about using soapy water to rinse?
Yes. You can use regular hot water or soapy water. I've done it both ways, so depending what your project is. I want to say for this one, you could probably just use hot water, so good to question it. But sometimes we have stubborn stabilizer that gets stuck in the stitches. So adding a little bit of mild dish detergent or Dawn dish soap can help dissolve that stabilizer up and eat it up really quick. But you should be fine just rinsing in hot water. Just don't burn your fingers. But good question. All right, so if we've tacked down our main design applique, we now can take our curved scissors once more, and we're going to trim just like we did the wings earlier. We're going to trim nice and tight to the line for our angel. Now you guys got to bear with me because she has a shape to her, so I got to turn my hoop as I cut. That is my favorite tip for you guys.
Should we do a giveaway while you're cutting?
Yes, I think prizes are a great idea. So let's do the word gift.
Okay.
All right, for today's giveaway, if you guys comment the word gift in the bottom of the video, we will pick someone at random. Do what, a $25 gift card?
Sure.
We'll do a $25 gift card to our website. So go ahead and start entering the word gift below. And I have Lauren who's going to pick someone at random. And I'll let you guys know who that winner is. Now I mentioned that this is on special, but we also have a flash sale project that I want you guys to know about that's so cute. So I'll talk about it and then I'll show you the sample once I've trimmed this out. But if you have heard of our PJs in the hoop designs, and they're not pajamas, they're really fun projects that can be done in the hoop by designer Jackie Paletti. We did a collaboration with her several years back, so we have a fabulous collection of her designs, and today we are doing a flash sale on the BLOOMIN tote project that will run till Sunday. Now real quick, there's my angel trimmed out for you guys so you can see her. Put my hand behind it so you guys can see that shape. And I'm going to return this to the machine. And before I show you my BLOOMIN tote, I'm going to run this satin stitch because it's going to take a good amount of time apparently. All right, so I am using that blue thread for the decorative satin stitch. That's going to, if you ignore her wings, make up the edges and all the decorative stitches that are within her. So this one's going to run for a bit of time, so we'll go over some of the stuff we have, but check out this BLOOMIN tote, you guys. So this is that PJs in the hoop design I was telling you guys is on special. Now this is normally, I want to say what, 34? Yep. And it's half off, so we're about $17 for you guys to grab this really cute tote. It is constructed using a quilt block method, but it has more further piecing instructions. So you guys can see how we did a lining fabric in there. There's like this nice navy blue, as well as added the straps in here. And the different types of colors and quilt blocks you want to use are up to you. There are several included. And then there's also that really nice fabric stripe down the bottom to give it just a little bit of a shape. So this is the PJs in the Hoop BLOOMIN tote. If you guys look up the BLOOMIN tote, you should be able to find that, and the discount should already be applied. Now just a reminder, this will only last until Sunday, so make sure you guys grab that discount while you can. Now if you're me, you're thinking about all the projects you can stash in this bad boy, take them places. And I'll make sure to show you guys this one again shortly so you don't forget that that is on special.
We have our winner.
Yes, we have a winner for our gift card. Who is it, Lauren?
It is Alice Westby.
Alice Westby, congratulations. Alice, you've been chosen for one of our $25 gift cards. So just shoot an email over to Customer Experience. Let them know you tuned into today's video and that you won, and we'll shoot that over your way so you can go shopping. No, we all love free stuff. Now, for some other parts, oh, you know what, Lauren? I just realized I missed my lace. I was going to show them the lace. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, while this is stitching, another fun trick. I meant to incorporate some lace into the wings for these. So if you see my blue little angel here, she does have her applique wings, but she has some lace as the applique fabric. Now, if you're thinking, how am I going to use lace as the applique if it has a bunch of holes in it? Well, we've come up with a fun doubling it up method here, where we can take our pretty lace material that we want to use. You can kind of see in the video how this is sheer and has that hole pattern through it. And then we take a piece of cotton, so just standard cotton. I chose the same color as what we're using for the main design and matched it with a lace. And if you double it up, you now have that really fun texture and look of lace without the holes and the transparency. So I was gonna do that with the white there, as you can see here, but I got ahead of myself, probably that needle. But there you go. So if you guys ever want to play with your applique fabrics, you can get a little experimental with what you use. We don't want to go too crazy. Cottons tend to be the best for these kinds of designs, but you can use things like home decor linens or lace fabrics to help layer over cotton and give it a unique look. For my friends that are tuning in, or maybe you're referencing back in the video what we're stitching today, this is a good time as any to let you guys know the project we are working on. So I'll show you the cover again. This is our holiday extravaganza. I'm gonna let her focus in on that for you. There we go. So it is our workshop. This is what the cover should look like if you see it online. It is the holiday extravaganza. This did come out prior to All Access starting, so if you were an All Access member, you shouldn't be duplicating anything by snagging this one. And of course, we, as always, have our step-by-step pictures included. So for the project I'm working on, I have them printed out here. Of course, if you purchase this project on our website, it comes as a PDF download with the files included. So you guys can pull it up in your e-readers or your iPads or even on your computer and go at your own pace. It's a nice, fun feature for you guys. And then, what are some other ones? I think there's some other fun projects in here I didn't show you guys. Let's see what's on the cover. I want to say there was a really cute, there they are, the ornament covers. So if you're very traditional and you have those orbed shape or round shaped plastic or even the anti-break ornaments, I have cats, so I have those anti-shatter ones at home. Sometimes we like to jazz those up a little bit, give them a more festive look, or maybe you're going for a really luxurious tree this year. The collection also includes fun projects like this one. So when you first see this, it does look like a giant flower with those little rounded ends on them. And the secret to these are they are actually ornament covers. So here is one on the actual ornament. We did use just a regular string here, but you could get decorative with some fun sparkly ribbon, or like I said earlier, some nice twine and tie a pretty bow, or even let the curls of ribbon hang down. But each design for these have been fitted with a center hole that goes right over top of the ornament shape where the hook goes, and then the little petals get folded down and tied at the bottom. So now you have this little wrap for your traditional Christmas ornaments, and it kind of gives them a whole new look without you having to go buy new ornaments. Yes, we have a question from the customers.
We're getting a couple that say they have the Premium Plus holiday extravaganza.
Yes.
Will you let them know that if they have
It's the same, yes. So my ladies that are watching and saying, I already have Holiday Extravaganza Premium Plus. That was the larger version of this collection, so you will have these designs. So if you own the Premium Plus version, you can tune in and watch all the projects this month, and you can still shop our BLOOMIN tote sale that's happening. I know you guys don't want to miss that. But if you've not purchased this, we are doing the curriculum workshop at the special price. So the Premium Plus is still, it's Premium Plus, but we're giving you the pared down version of it for that workshop. So this is great if you're looking for a few quick projects to stitch out before the holiday season. I know I don't like to spend too much time behind the embroidery machine as the holidays approach. You got places to be, things to shop for. So these are nice quick projects that will stitch out fairly easy for you guys, and you can customize them for all the people in your life. So we're checking in on her just so you guys know where I'm at with the embroidery. She's still stitching, but we have her wing satin stitch and the decorative bean stitches done on that and her face. So we're working around the face right now. She's gonna be so cute. Now I want to take a look at this cute bag too. Look at this one, you guys. So we did this 3D one earlier. I showed that one off. Well, they had some fun with the samples downstairs. We stitched them in all new fabrics and similar colors for you guys to see them in a fresh new look. So if you do pick up the workshop and you're looking through and you're saying, well, what Melissa was stitching looks different, we gave them a little facelift so that we can show you that no matter what year the collection came out, you can bring a new life to it with however you get creative, fabrics and threads. This poinsettia might be my favorite. Very pretty. Classic Christmas colors. And for the people who were interested in my BLOOMIN tote, maybe Christmas is not your thing, you like spring and summer, we have this fabulous floral themed tote from PJs in the Hoop. This is a collaboration with Anita, and this collection is normally $34, so we've priced it at half off until this Sunday, so make sure you go snag that deal as well if you're looking for a fun little tote project to do, and that will come with the instructions, so you guys don't have to guess at all. We'll help you figure it out. We're getting to it. Right now it's stitching my horn for the angel. So let's see where we're at in our design. Do what? That is right. I helped. Okay, so I do some graphics work too, but if you guys have been to our website today, I know you guys have been checking in on it. Our homepage slider should show you the 13 days of Halloween has officially kicked off. So today is day 1 for the 13 days. We are doing a sale on all Halloween collections, 50% off, and that is a frightfully great savings for you guys. So if you are into Halloween, don't miss your chance to get all the spooky collections you can imagine at 50% off. And that will run until midnight on the 31st. So, and that's Eastern time. So all my people overseas, was that wrong? Oh, okay, she's like, no, and I was like, I thought that was right. I am right. Okay, so the 31st at midnight. I want to make sure I'm telling you guys the right times and dates, but yes. Okay. Yes, so for 13 days of Halloween, if you guys love all the Halloween stuff, be sure to check that out. Yes, ma'am, Lauren, we have a question? No question, all right. She's digging through the comments. If you have questions on what I'm using or anything about the project, let me know and I'll cover it again. I can be a fast talker. Make sure I have all my paperwork in the right order, which I did not. The beauty of having digital stuff, you guys, if your papers get out of order, you're out of luck. Yes, we have a question?
What you're showing,
Mm-hmm.
the bag you're showing, is the blossom bag.
The blossom bag, this
Blossom
one,
bag, yes.
for the BLOOMIN tote.
But the BLOOMIN tote is one that's on sale, so let her know. Blossom bag and BLOOMIN tote.
Both.
We're going to both put those.
Okay, so they gave me the wrong one. Both this, the BLOOMIN tote, and the, what's this one? Blossom tote. Blossom bag. This is the blossom bag. That makes sense. Look at all the blossoms. So because we have the wrong one out here, we're putting them both on sale. So you guys don't want to miss the PJs in the Hoop BLOOMIN tote and what I'm showing here, the blossom bag. Those are both going to be marked at half off for you guys till this Sunday. Since I advertised both, we'll give you half off on either of those collections, and you might as well snag them both. Then you got 2 really cute floral themed tote bags. They do look very similar though, so if you guys are wondering, don't we have a sample of that somewhere? We'll see if we can find that. Then I'll show you the difference of the 2. Yes, neither of these were in all access. So the blossom tote and the BLOOMIN tote, or the blossom bag, the BLOOMIN tote, neither of those were all access. They should have come out before that. So you guys can still get those on special till this Sunday. We're seeing if we have another sample. The PJs in the Hoop bag has bigger blocks on it, so I should have remembered when I saw it, but just as cute, the blossom bag. We're working our way through our angel. For just a heads up, so you guys wonder why it's still going. This one step said 20 minutes, so we just gotta let her run. Let the angel do its thing. And she's working towards the bottom half. We're doing the sash that runs across her right now. So I don't know how well you can see it. If I show you the back side, you can kind of see it a bit better since we backed our fabric there. The design is freestanding, so if you don't put an interfacing on the back of your cottons, it will be the same color on both sides. You want to do a little zoom in? Yes, so you guys can see that up close now. Put that in front of my face so you guys don't have to see me. Look at that, isn't that so cute? And she does have those 3D wings there, so you guys can see that, and then I'll show the white one as well. There, you can kind of see her a little bit better. Very cute. So cute. So those are our 3D lace angel ornaments, or 3D angel ornaments. And we're using lace as part of the applique in some of them. Now, I mentioned before I was going to do it in the wings, and I forgot to lay it down because I was just so excited to stitch her. But as a fun tip and trick for you guys while we're sitting here stitching, If you want to jazz up your designs a little bit more, or maybe you're working on this cute little gingerbread garland next week and you want to have some fun with fabric layering, you can take things like home decor linens and lace and layer it over standard cotton for a more textured piece of fabric. So when you go to lay your fabric, instead of just laying one, lay 2 pieces. And that doubled up will work just fine and give you a little extra dimension and fun tactile touch to them. So cute. Check it in on her, she's still going. All right, and so if you missed in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that this holiday extravaganza has been running through all of October. We have had 2 other educators besides myself work with you guys for live stitch outs every Tuesday at 1:30. We had Lauren and Brooke do the first 2 weeks for us, and we did those really cute gift card holders. So with the holiday seasons coming up around the corner, I know you guys are thinking of last minute gifts. Gift cards and money are always easy, so why not stitch out something a little more special and unique for it to be presented in? So we have those traditional, ooh, throwing it. We have those traditional square ones, and then we also have the cute ones Brooke did that have that stocking shape to them. So really cute. They are done in 2 pieces, so they look similar, and one has a phrase on the front, and you just pinch the edges to slide in your gift card, and then through the digitized top, you can put a little ribbon. If you guys are looking for the instructions on the other projects for the Holiday Extravaganza, be sure to check them out on our YouTube page. You can search Holiday Extravaganza and it should show up under live stitch outs. And again, this is the same designs. If you have our Premium Plus version of Holiday Extravaganza, the same designs are included, but the workshop will be a slightly smaller version of the collection. So we've picked and chosen a couple of each technique to show you guys. And then we're making these fabulous videos for you to join us and stitch it out at home.
Melissa, Miss Sandy is asking you if you can think off the top of your head if we have any more card collections coming out in the next few months.
Card collections. I feel like we just did a holiday card one in the last month or 2, but I'm not sure which month, and we work a little ahead of when you guys see it, so I'm not sure which month it was in. If it was not in November through January, there should be one just before or after. We have had some recently in this year that we've done. If you're looking for some more, you can also check out cards, just embroidered cards on the Anita Good Design website. If you guys go to the shop on our page, there is an option to select what kind of category or technique you're using. So you would look under embroidery on paper, and we have all kinds of fun projects you can do with cardstock, lettering, different designs like that. So if you're interested in making some festive cards for the upcoming season, or maybe someone's birthday even, we have all kinds of different card designs you can look at there. That's a great question though, so if you guys need more suggestions, I am all ears to help you out. Any cute zipper bags, those are always easy to make. And speaking of, there's some in this holiday extravaganza, so you can make all kinds of projects or get them a present and then stitch out a bag and stick it in the bag. You don't even have to wrap the present anymore, you guys. All my gentlemen out there that hate folding wrapping paper, here's your secret out. And my ladies who don't like wrapping paper. Should we do another gift card, Lauren? I'm feeling the season of giving is approaching, you guys. Let's do another $25 gift card. I'm going to do the secret keyword angel because we're stitching an angel. So if you guys comment angel below the video, I will do another drawing, or Lauren will help pick a person for our winner. So that keyword is angel. She's flying and singing away. So pretty. Yes, since this is on YouTube, I want to remind you guys you can share these videos on your social media channels. So if you were one of my Facebook ladies, there is a way to take that link and share it on Facebook so you can share it with your friends. You never know if they're looking for a new project to stitch out or just want to know what you've been up to lately. Be sure to give us a like too. If you guys are enjoying these, we love tuning in with you and showing you how we love to do things behind the scenes and how we stitch them out at Anita. So if you guys are enjoying all the behind the scenes tips and tricks and the stitch outs that we do, just give us a little love on our page, let us know. And like I mentioned, we're doing live stitch outs every Tuesday, so you guys can tune in and come back with another person here behind the camera who's going to follow along the steps and stitch it out with you. And just like I did earlier, we all have hiccups, so you might get to see us being real with Anita as well. So we had a small mishap with my needle coming out. It didn't even break, you guys. It just fell right out. That just happens sometimes. But we secured it back in and it's stitching great, so I think we're fine. We are getting there. This little angel had a 20-minute embroidery step, so if you're sitting here stitching with me, that's why. She's looking cute. Also, I do have one of our all access issues here to preview for you guys. So it is the month of October. So if you haven't checked out our latest issue that has released, the October book is jam-packed with a bunch of great designs. I just wanted to share a little bit about it with you guys, but we have our Embellished Christmas Special Edition that is our main release that we are excited about for the month of October. This is featured on our cover there, very pretty. That one was done on a navy satin, and it's mostly standard embroidery. So this is a great quilting project if you're a little bit newer, or maybe you don't love trimming all the appliques as much. This whole quilting collection had tons of beautiful and rich embroidery in it. And it came with a lot of varieties for borders and edges, including some scalloped edges. So check out the Embellished Christmas large release that just came out for October. We also took a twist on our fringe with our 50s fringe collection. So if you're looking for something a little different and you've not done embroidery fringe, we have some great designs that came out 50s inspired for the holidays. So our retro 50s fringe. And of course, if you're tuned in, I hope you are in love with our danglers like I am. But we have a whole new set of cute danglers that came out in the month of October. There are 3 featured on the front cover here. We have a fox, a little female elf, and a cow wearing a Santa's hat. But these towel danglers, you guys are in for a treat. Their legs dangle off the edge of the towel. They're just so cute. They're the perfect decor piece to add for the holiday season in your kitchen. So I'm just saying, October's got all kinds of great festive designs for you guys. Be sure to check it out if you haven't. And if you're interested in all access, be sure to click on our page and learn a little bit more about how you can get every month's designs included in your subscription. Yes, do we have a winner, Lauren?
It is Dorothy Tyler.
Dorothy Tyler is the winner of our Angel keyword. Congratulations, Dorothy. Just email customer experience at Anita Good Design, or Anita Dash, right? Anita-gooddesign.com. Let us know that you won our giveaway for the $25 gift card, and we will send that to you. All these fun freebies, you guys. We're gonna have so many things to stitch for November. They're not gonna know what to do. All the holidays. I think October's book's definitely getting you guys ready for the Christmas season. We are honing in on the last little bit of this angel here. And then we're gonna get into our wing placement. So I kept these 2 together earlier so I wouldn't lose my little piece, but since I'm going to have to apply it in the hoop shortly, I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit more of that stabilizer while we wait. So I mentioned earlier, you guys wanna rinse your freestanding designs in hot water. We mentioned you could or could not use soap, your choice. And we are going to just trim away any of that excess stabilizer. I'm cutting close just so you guys don't really see it. But of course at home you'll want to rinse this and let them air dry. But that way we can apply it to our angel and you guys will see what the finished result looks like without me having to get up and go get it all wet. You never want to tack down wet or damp things in the hoop. There we go. Clear my little workspace. And again, earlier I showed you guys the blue lace, but if I had done my angel wings the way I intended, I would have laid this down with the white lace with it, so we could have had that white textured effect. On the samples I have finished over here, they do have the lace in the wings, so maybe towards the end we can have a little close-up shot and you guys can see some of that texture in there. All right, make sure I know which one is there. There's my big wing and my little wing. All right, so we're finishing up the final satin stitch around her face and then it should be good to go. So while you guys are waiting, make sure you have your 2 pieces of your wings separated and cut out. Now they were done in one hooping together, but you will want to trim them so that they are separate. Oh, I lied, we have one little piece left. Her eye. Or the edge of her face. There we go. We had to let her finish off her face. All right, so from here, we are going to have a specialty stitch that's going to indicate where to put the first wing. So since my design is blue and my thread is currently blue, I'm going to swap that out to something brighter. We're going to use that white I had earlier. I recommend you switch threads to something contrasting for this part. That way you can see exactly where you're marking on your design. But the beauty of our 3D projects is that you don't have to guess where to place the 3D element. We're going to show you exactly where to place it and what angle. So I'm going to go ahead and thread my needle. Make sure it got in there. Yep. And then we're going to run our marking stitch. That is a great question, and that is personal preference. Yes, the question that we got asked is, do you need to wind a matching bobbin? Now, this is technically freestanding, so I mentioned before we backed our fabric with a white interfacing just so you guys could see which side was the front and the back. But if you were to do this at home, you don't have to back the fabric, in which case it could be seen from both sides. And in our sample, we did match our bobbin here. But for the wings, I would almost say you don't need to take that extra step because the wings are laying against the finished design, so she can have white in the wings and you wouldn't really see it. But if you're picky about it looking clean on the front and the back, you can wind a matching bobbin for the bottom. Now, I didn't do that in that step, so I'm glad someone called me out on it. All right, so I have my little marking step. My thread got caught, so I just want to make sure I trimmed it. Now I'll pull that out, and maybe you guys will be able to see this. I'll try to hold it up for you. There is a little white carrot in there. See if she can get the camera to focus for you guys. Give us 1 second. She's going to try to focus in so you can see. It's a little tiny white mark. We do have a spot right in that general area of where we are going to put the wing. So if you can't see it, black will help you see it as well at home. But I am going to take my first wing. Let's make sure I lay the right one. We are going to take the large wing first. So I have our 2 different wings. Make sure your bean stitches are facing you, so that would be right side facing up. And we are going to position the corner piece of the wing just over that marking stitch. So you want to cover the marking stitch, but not by too much. And then we are going to use some tape, which I don't have, Lauren. Could I get some tape, please? I could hold it with my hands, but we'll practice taping with everyone too. I thought I had it all. So we are at the 3D placement step for you guys. Thank you, ma'am. We got our pink tape. If you guys are curious of what we use here, I'm using the Embroidery Perfection tape by R&K. And I am personally biased. I love this stuff. And we're just going to lay a piece of tape over it. So there you can see I taped that wing down. Nice and neat. Let her zoom in. And then we're going to transfer it back to our machine. And since the wing is white and I used white to put the marking stitch, I'm going to just leave that thread color and let it tack it down. Now with these wings, once we've done our tack down, there is a decorative tiny satin stitch that goes over that tacking stitch. That way it kind of conceals it. Since I'm using white, I'm just going to run the next step without removing the hoop. So it just did my little tack down for that. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit run on the decorative satin stitch. And that will just kind of cover up the edge of where it got joined. Make sure it doesn't come out later. All right. And then once more we have a second marking stitch. This time it's going to be over my other wing, which is white. And so in order to see it, I'm going to switch to a darker thread. I know some people are like, I'll just let it run in the same color. I'll know where it is. And then you have to use like a microscope to figure it out. So I suggest switching your threads. It's nice and easy. And that's the point of the satin stitches, to cover up any extra threads that you may show through. So I'm going to run my marking stitch for the tiny piece of the wing. And the marking stitch is showing me it's going right where the tip of the former wing was, or the last wing we laid. So again, I'm going to pull it out so you guys can see how I'm securing it. I'm going to leave my other wing taped down for now, just so it stays out of my way. And then we're going to lay the other wing just over that and tape it as well. So now I have both pieces there. One of them is already secured, and now we're going to secure the little guy. And once more, remember, switching your thread My wing is white, so I want the tack down to also be in white. A friendly reminder again to the lovely lady that pointed out bobbin matching. You guys can wind a coordinating bobbin for this project if you would like it to be truly freestanding on both sides. The wings are not as important since they lay against the design. You don't really see their backside too much, but that choice is up to you guys. So I'm running the tacking stitch right over where I placed that little wing. Now it's secure, and the last step in our design, you guys, is going to be that little tiny satin stitch just to make sure everything stays where we want it. So I'm going to go ahead, lower the foot, and run that last piece. And then I'll show you guys taking it out. There we go. All right, so we have finished out our stitch out. There it goes with the tape over it. So now what I'm going to do is remove those two pieces of tape carefully. Don't pull too hard because you don't want to rip out the work you just stitched in there. But those satin stitches should hold it nice and secure for you. And so now you guys can kind of see, I'll hold it up while it's still in the hoop. We did two different colors just so you can kind of see where that 3D effect is at here. Let me use my other hand. There we go, the little wing and then that bigger wing right next to it. So cute, you guys. Now to finish off the project, we are going to pop that out of the embroidery hoop. Set our hoop aside. And then you guys can use scissors, curved ones or regular ones, whatever you got, to trim away that excess. And just take care not to clip through any stitches when you do that. I'm just doing a nice rough cut around. You guys don't have to be very picky. And again, we're doing this live, so I'm not going to go rinse it, but this is the point where your design is pretty much done. All you guys have to do now is take it to a sink, rinse it in some hot water. We mentioned earlier an extra tip if you're having some stubborn stabilizer is adding a dash of some dish soap to it. But there it is, kind of trimmed out in the stabilizer, so you guys can see. There we go. And again, we would be rinsing that out so it's truly freestanding. Isn't that cute? And so I can show you guys my other examples. There's the all blue one, as well as the white one. And we do have that lace inside the wings there. So cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed stitching out the 3D angel with me from this curriculum. As a reminder, this was from the Holiday Extravaganza workshop. This is the pared down version of the Premium Plus, and this workshop version is on specials for you guys through the end of October. You can snag this. It was formerly $99. We've priced it down to $34. It's like, make sure I say the right number. $34.95 for you guys. So that's more than 60% off. You guys are getting a great steal there. As a reminder of our flash sales, we now have two flash sale items. We have the Blossom bag, which is the sample I'm showing you guys here, as well as the PJs in the Hoop BLOOMIN tote. Both of those are great bag collections, and we've marked them at half off for you guys, making them about $17. So really great project steal for you. You don't want to miss out. The two bag collections are on sale until Sunday. Then they'll go back to regular price. So make sure you snag those before they're gone. Once more, the Holiday Extravaganza will be back every Tuesday at 1:30 for you guys to see the last project. Will be Brian next week, stitching out this adorable little gingerbread garland. So I hope you guys enjoyed the project.